Hello friends, I am Dr. Deepak Garg. I am working as consultant and head orthopedic surgery in Delhi Heart Institute and Multi-Speciality Hospital, Batinda, Punjab. And today we are going to talk about a very special topic, and that is what is recommended in knee pain and what is not after the age of 50 years. So knee pain after the age of 50 years very common, and the most common cause in this age group is osteoarthritis. So we already know the osteoarthritis is a breach in the knee joint cartilage, and due to which the femur and the tibia bone strike with each other and lead to the severe knee pain. And there are 4 grades, 1, 2, 3, 4, depending upon the amount of the joint cartilage damage and the space in the knee x-rays. So we will talk about what is not recommended in knee joint osteoarthritis. So we will start from the exercises which are not recommended. So number 1, high impact exercises including jumping, including running, including jogging, including going upstairs and downstairs, sitting cross-legged, and using Indian toilets is not recommended in knee joint osteoarthritis. If we talk about the intra-articular injections, so number 1 is injection hyaluronic acid. So the evidences are not strong enough to recommend the use of injection hyaluronic acid in knee joint osteoarthritis. It will not lead to the significant improvement in the pain or in the function in the knee. So as per the up to date, it is not recommended to use injection hyaluronic acid in knee osteoarthritis. Number 2, injection PRP. So using injection PRP, again the evidences are not strong enough. So injection PRP is also not recommended. Number 3 is injection steroid. There is a very limited use of injection steroid in knee joint osteoarthritis because it will have a very short term or very short lasting effects. So usually the effect will last for not more than 2-3 months. So we should use only in refractory cases where the conservative treatment fails and patient is not willing for surgery. In those cases we can use intra-articular injection steroids. Next is, should we use the nutritional supplements like tablet glucosamine or tablet dicerin or tablet chondroitin, or we can have tablet boswellia or curcumin. So these are multiple nutritional supplements like fish oil as well. So should we use all these things for the treatment of knee osteoarthritis? Again, the evidences are not strong enough to use all these nutritional supplements in knee osteoarthritis. There is no significant improvement in pain or knee function after we give these nutritional supplements for long term, and they are usually very costly to the patients. So the use of nutritional supplements for knee osteoarthritis is not recommended. So the next is, can we use foot orthosis for knee pain? Again, the evidences are not in support of using foot orthosis. We can use knee orthosis, but specifically talking about the foot orthosis, it is not recommended. So let's now come to the point where what should we use? What are the effective treatment options in knee osteoarthritis? Let's divide them into 2 parts: early OA knee or moderate to severe OA knee. So if we have grade 1 or grade 2, then we call it as early. Grade 3, grade 4, we call it as moderate to severe. So if it is an early knee osteoarthritis, then the primary treatment should be exercise and weight loss. And the exercises which are recommended are low impact exercises. We can have all the exercises, all the land based exercises. Then we can have yoga, pranayam, we can have walking. So we can have all the low impact exercises, and this would be long term. minimum it should be 3 to 4 months to lifetime. So then we should have some mind relieving exercises also which help in the pain relief indirectly, like we can have meditation, yoga. Other than that, we should have the weight loss. So if we reduce the weight by 10% in 3 to 4 months, the effect is said to be equal to giving NSAIDs. So weight loss is a very effective treatment for knee osteoarthritis, and we should have a very good diet. The importance of protein is there, but not very well justified. But we should recommend high protein diet. We should recommend calcium rich diet. We should recommend high liquid intake. We should recommend vitamin C rich diet, and we should have all the exercises and that lead to the weight reduction and ultimately reducing knee pain. So this is a treatment for early osteoarthritis of the knee. If we talk about moderately to severe osteoarthritis, then we should do all the two things, exercise plus weight reduction. Along with that, we may need to give some topical treatment. We can have hot water fermentation. We can have the application of the topical agents, like we usually use topical diclofenac, or we can use capsaicin, which is usually extracted from chilies, which will desensitize the nerve fibers in the knee joint, ultimately lead to the pain reduction. So we can use the topical agents. Then if we talk about the oral therapy, in the oral therapy the most effective agents are the NSAIDs. And PCM, if we talk about the paracetamol or acetaminophen, it is not very effective. The efficacy is so low that it is not recommended. So we will not usually use paracetamol for pain relief in knee pain, but we can use diclofenac, we can use naproxen, we can use all the non-selective NSAIDs. We can use in specific patients, we can go for selective NSAIDs also, like COX-2 inhibitors, celecoxib. We can use etoricoxib also. Etoricoxib is considered to be a very effective drug for pain control in knee osteoarthritis. We usually give 60 mg once a day dose, but it has a very much dose dependent cardiovascular toxicity. So we tend to avoid these drugs in cardiac patients. So if the pain is not controlled by the NSAIDs, then we can use serotonin reuptake inhibitors. We usually use duloxetine, and the dose that we use is 30 mg per day for 7 days. Then we increase the dose to 60 mg per day, and then we can continue this drug for maybe 3 to 6 months, and it has a very significant pain relief after maybe a week or two after start of the drug. So the next thing is we should use some knee braces. The knee braces that are recommended are offloading knee braces, or if there is a patellofemoral osteoarthritis, we should use a patellar support brace also. So this was about the knee osteoarthritis. If we want to summarize this, what is not recommended and what is recommended. If we talk about what is not recommended, high impact exercises are not recommended. Then nutritional supplements like glucosamine, dicerin, curcumin, these all nutritional supplements are not recommended. Intra-articular injections, all the intra-articular injections are not recommended except steroids, which we use only in the refractory cases. Then the foot orthosis are not recommended. Tablet paracetamol is not recommended. Tablet tramadol is not recommended usually because of the low efficacy, and it is seen that 1 year morbidity rate is very high with tablet tramadol, so it is usually not recommended. So what is recommended? First is a low impact exercises are recommended in every grade osteoarthritis. Second, the topical treatment is recommended. Third is NSAIDs or serotonin reuptake inhibitors as medicines are recommended. Then the knee braces are recommended. So this was about the treatment of knee osteoarthritis. So thank you guys, thank you very much.